What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So Lucid has been on a massive run. So welcome to the sevens. So I want to give you a good breakdown of some of the data points, some of the latest updates, which is a surprising change from what we were under the impression of. And from here, I want to talk on where it potentially could go. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So for a Friday, it's doing fairly well. So a lot of good volume. So 53.9 million shares being traded, 61 the average, currently up 2.25%. And looking at the intraday, it had a little bit more of a dip first thing, but the dip got bought up very fast. As you can tell, these are all the transactions that have occurred on the secondary market. And of course, there are some big ones. So 6.1 million, majority of these are in fact buys as well. You can tell that based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. And over and above that, looking at options activity, similar nature, very bullish. So there was a grand total so far of $4.3 million in calls being purchased versus 733,000 in puts. So based on this, people are anticipating Lucid to continue its uptrend. And if you look at the grid right here, this shows all the calls, expiry dates, strike prices. It is anticipated to go back to around the 7 to 750 at least in the next couple of weeks. So of course, that's a pretty good thing. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. But like I said I think based on last week, this was the writing on the wall. I anticipated that by Friday, so today, it was going to be at 7, and that is exactly where it is. So this is why I like the technicals and looking a lot of the other data points. But based on this, what recently came out, this was more surprising. So based on my last video, I did say that with this whole Aston Martin deal, based on previous actual articles that did come out, it kind of indicated that maybe a lower price vehicle was coming fairly soon. And it even says right here, so Lucid CEO says Aston Martin EV tech deal is just the beginning. And surprisingly, if you scroll down here, he does say that, and kind of questions, do we ever want to make a $25,000 vehicle? Well, it turns out he kind of doesn't. So it says, I'm not sure if we want to be in that business. So in reality, I think that is a very positive sign that they're going to be keeping and maintaining their high luxury status and not really giving into the lower price vehicles. It does say, but licensing our tech to a company, that would obviously make more sense. And I think this is opening up Pandora's box for a very big opportunity for Lucid to license its technology. So I think, like I said, for a while now, even though they've been missing on production and haven't really been to people's expectations or investors' expectations, everyone knows that their technology is next level. Even the bears, for the longest time, they always bring up their production, but yet one thing that they can never ignore is their technology. So of course, I think this is a pretty good thing. And like I said, it kind of contradicts previous articles, but still, in my opinion, I think that based on this is the right move for Lucid. So not really trying to achieve a $25,000 vehicle. Obviously, they're still going to be doing that mid-size SUV. I think that's by mid-decade, so that $50,000 price point. But still having a lower price vehicle, I think that might be a different realm. But conveniently, like I've said, based on when this whole Aston Martin deal was announced, I covered this in February. So there was an article that came out in February that alluded to a third possible partner that would be offering lower priced vehicles. So it's kind of interesting, the fact that, like I said, I kind of pieced this together, and based on everything that I've seen, I haven't really seen anyone talk about a third company getting involved into this kind of mix that is once again under the PIF umbrella. So there'd be Aston Martin, Lucid, and then this Chinese vehicle maker as well that would be offering lower priced vehicles that Lucid once again could offer its technology to them, and they could be the ones producing this $25,000 vehicle. So I think behind the scenes, this has been the writing on the wall for quite some time. And bigger picture, if we take a step back, this might have been what the PIF was intending from the get-go. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. At the time of doing this video, there has been no press releases, no SEC filings, nothing along those lines. So in reality, this is just a little bit more of a FOMO and I think correction potentially, because I think it has gone hit quite hard. The fact that it went down to 550 is absolutely crazy. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of short. So short score is currently 77, utilization is 71.63%. on a side note, if you guys have any questions about anything I bring up, let me know in the comments below. I know I do talk quite fast and skim over some things potentially, so let me know if you guys ever have any questions. 20.17% of the free float's being shorted, 164.94 million shares overall are being shorted. And as you can see right here, currently they are increasing 996,000 shares. So that's pretty significant. Cost to borrow average as well as 1.52%. So very low. And I think that's gone down quite a lot ever since it was around, I think 15% plus over the last, I think this time last month potentially. But still, a lot of people want to know, is $7 going to hold? And potentially, where is it going to go from here? So starting off looking at the technicals for Lucid at the fib levels, because looking here more so on the actual intraday, so I'll kind of take a step back right here. So it is actually right above the 50-day moving average for Lucid, and it's only broken above this 50-day moving average I think about 3 times over the last 2 years. But generally speaking, when it has actually stayed above that, it goes on a very big run. So today is a very big day for Lucid, especially looking back over here. So $7.09, which right now currently trading between this S2 and the S1. So it's kind of struggling to get above this point right here, so this resistance point, but assuming it does, most likely going into next week, which I think it is fair to assume it will, then $7.57 is anticipated. So right now just between this $6.80 and $7.09. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all of this in the comments below. Do you think it is going to continue its trend up, or do you think it's going to pull back down into maybe the mid sixes? What is your take on all of this? Looking over here though, number of retail investors have just been massively getting into Lucid. As well, looking at stochastic, there's a very bullish signal right now. It is at 87, so a little bit overbought. So potentially you might need to see a little bit of a consolidation, which might occur maybe at this $7.09 range. So it might pull back a little bit, consolidate, and try again going into next week, which of course has holidays and so forth, so several days of no trading. But still, like I said, I think right now behind the scenes people are starting to see the bigger picture of what the PIF is truly offering, and then again a little bit more of a FOMO aspect as well. So let me know you guys' thoughts on Lucid in the comments below. Do you think it's going to continue its trend up? Do you think it is going to break down? And give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying, selling, or holding? What have you been doing over this last little bit? Like I've been saying, I'm very, very happy that I was able to buy a little bit more at $5.80, as what I even said I was going to do in my video. But if it ever does get back down to, I think, the low sixes, this is where I will start to accumulate a little bit more, especially, like I said, this licensing deal, and potentially a lot more as well. I think this is just going to be a very good thing for Lucid. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on all of that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. 1 day left for this promo. Link in the description below and also the comments for Moomoo. Sign up for a free account. You get 1 free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Throw $100 at the account. You get 5 free stocks plus a $100 cash reward. So this legitimately is a win-win. Let me know your thoughts on that. Link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, hopefully everyone has an amazing long weekend, and I appreciate you guys watching.